At the 17th National Leadership Retreat in the Eastern Province back in February, President Paul Kagame did not mince words about what lay ahead for officials who were failing in their responsibilities. Speaking to those gathered, the head of state made it clear that any official who fails in their responsibilities should prepare for what's coming to them. He told those present that even though speaking to them openly helps him to release built-up tension and stress, after the retreat they must not be surprised by the measures he will implement. The President said this. 5 new ministers were appointed, as well as 4 new ministers of state, and 1 who was appointed to this position after serving as a minister. Dr. Jacques Chrysostome Ngabitsinze, who had been serving in the parliament, was appointed as the Minister of State in the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources in March. Urujeni Feza Bakuramutsa became the Director of Cabinet in the Office of the President, replacing Ines Mambara, who became the Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister in charge of Cabinet Affairs. In April, Ambassador Olivier Nduhungirehe and General Patrick Nyamvumba were dismissed from their positions as Minister of State in charge of the EAC and Minister of Internal Security, respectively. The most recent to be removed from their positions during this month of May are Emmanuel Gassana, former governor of the Southern Province, and Jean-Marie Vianney Gatabazi in the North. Political experts say this is an indication of accountability at the highest levels of authority. You see a generation of officials, most within the same age bracket. What do I mean by this? I mean that a person may have played a role in the liberation of the country, only to later forget that the victory always belonged to the people, not any one individual. As a person, you might start feeling that there are some things owed to you when they really belong to the people, and you start taking what is not yours to take. As a leader, if you are not careful, you could just assume that all other officials in that generation are still sharing the original vision you all started with. It therefore requires true strength and insight to make such changes. Whereas before officials tended to resign for undisclosed personal reasons, most are now openly sacked for reasons to do with misconduct or failure to properly fulfill their responsibilities, which Dr. Ndushabandi says sends a clear message. It shows that as a leader, you take seriously the responsibilities you charge officials with and value the people you serve and lead. By doing this, you eliminate a lot of speculation and explanations during this century of social media platforms and technology. When you look at the profiles of the people who were found to be incompetent, you see different authorities and backgrounds, which reinforces the fact that the decisions made were done so objectively, and there is enough evidence to publicly defend such decisions, or even in a court of law, that those officials really did fail in their responsibilities. This year's National Leadership Retreat was attended by far more youth than in previous times. Coupled with the changes that have been implemented since, this has given young people a lot of confidence in their current leadership. It shows me how far Rwanda has come and the vision the country has. When a country has set its sights on an objective, no stone is left unturned and all leaders become accountable. As a young person, I learned many lessons from this. I could one day be given responsibilities, and I am now learning the importance of accountability basing on what is happening now. This is so that if and when those responsibilities come my way, I will not fail. Remembering that such positions are always more important than the people that occupy them helps to stay in line with the vision of the country and remain within the framework of the good governance the President of the Republic has continued to champion for Rwandans. A person's value cannot be gauged on their age, because even the young can do great things. It means that we, the young, regardless of our positions, even if we are just businessmen, not necessarily officials, need to be exemplary and fulfill our responsibilities on a day-to-day basis. An official can leave their position and get other duties provided they are willing, have the capacity, and truly understand what they are doing. These changes come as Rwanda has concluded her Vision 2020 and embarked on the journey towards Vision 2050.